who's tuning in to the live stream. Hey guys, I'm here on my phone seeing who's logging in. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our Sleep Number Labor Day sale live stream in partnership with Tom's Guide. So awesome. If this is your first time here, no fear, I'm going to give you a whole lay of the land. But if you do happen to be returning from previous live streams we've done with Sleep Number, I'm so glad to see you back here. Let me know if this is your first time or if you're returning in the comments. Now, I'm just going to give people a couple of minutes to join in. We want everyone here for the party, and it will be a party. But let's just do some ground rules, okay? First off, I'm Kate Kozich. I'm a managing editor at Tom's Guide. And at Tom's Guide, we're dedicated to bringing you all types of high quality sleep related content, whether it's reviews of products, tips for getting better sleep, and just in general ways sleep can impact your health, how to improve those things. Really important to everyone. I know it's important to me. But today's a little different because what's really important to me is I'm moving into a brand new pace and I need to find the best smart bed for my new apartment. I want to be comfortable. I've been working with Sleep Number for a while now, so I'm going to be paying extra special attention to how I feel all of these beds suit my needs. And of course, I'm going to talk through that as we're going through. There's really two important things that you need to know for being part of our live stream party here at Sleep Number. First is the comment section. You gotta use it, okay? You gotta let me know where you're logging in from. Ask questions. I have some moderators helping me out. We're gonna be talking about all of the deals that are happening at Sleep Number for Labor Day now through September 8th. So if you have any specific questions about those, the moderators will help me out here, but we can also answer your questions in store. If you have any follow-ups on anything I'm showing you, anything I don't talk about, and you're like, wait, go back to that, we can do that here. I'm here to help you guys. So that's the first part. Second part, you're gonna see some links pop up on the display. That's awesome. That's why we love doing these live streams. That way that you can actually take a closer look at any of the products that I'm talking about for yourself, bookmark them, save them, but just keep in mind, these deals are only running through September 8th, so if something catches your eye, now might be the best time. All right, we got people coming in from Arkansas, Santa Monica, Boston. Oh, love to see it, you guys. I'm in New Jersey myself. Do we have anyone in New Jersey hanging out in the chat? Really cool. So just so you know, I'm going to be here in the live stream so I can see your questions as we're going through. So ideally, it'll be about Sleep Number products, but if it's about other stuff, you can ask too. Nothing's really off limits here. Okay, one last question before we get started. I want to know, if there's one thing you can upgrade about your sleep setup, what is it? Is it your bed, your sheets, your pillows? Let me know. That way we can kind of tailor our little walkthrough today to that, right? Okay, just a heads up also, you're going to hear me say the words cooling, pressure relief, support a lot. Those are all things that are really important to a Sleep Number experience. So just a little warning, if you need more information about what those are, again, ask in the chat. Okay, I think that, oh, someone else from New Jersey, love it. Hey, all right. I think that now would be a great time to get started. So we're here in this beautiful Sleep Number showroom. I love it here. It's almost like my second home now, but I'm looking at these beds from a whole new perspective. What's actually going to be my perfect smart bed? Got some pillows here. We'll come back to you guys. Don't you fear. I think the best place to start right now is with the all new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Check this out. Now, what's really special about the limited edition bed is, as the name probably suggests, it's only around for a certain amount of time. That is through these Labor Day deals running through September 8th. And why that's a big deal, you may ask, is because this is where you're going to find the best discounts on a Sleep Number smart bed. I'm talking up to 50% off. Again, that's the biggest savings for a Sleep Number smart bed. That's going to be 40% off for an actual bed itself. But the way to actually do this is with that lower price you're going to get from the Labor Day discount is to look at a bundle with a Sleep Number FlexFit base. What's a FlexFit base? Another great question. This bed, standard bed, you're going to lay flat, right? But no, in the Sleep Number experience, it's all about finding the best comfort for you. And that's not just about the bed. Sometimes it's about your positioning as well. A FlexFit base is basically what is going to adjust your footrest or your headrest. You can totally customize it to what works for you. You can even get a split top, which I'll show you a little bit later on in this live stream. Don't you worry. And what's great about that is if you're someone who likes to, you being me, likes to read in bed at night, I don't want to be like this. I want to be, a little up. Maybe my partner's going to bed, or maybe I need to raise their side a little bit, just, a little snoring going on. I know I can't be the only one dealing with that. That's where, having an adjustable split mattress with the adjustable headrest will really come in handy. And the best time to do that is with the limited edition smart bed available as part of Sleep Number's Labor Day sales. Do we have any questions about the limited edition smart bed? Again, this is an all new limited edition smart bed. So if you've been on the stream before, we've talked about the ILE. No, this is a new experience that's here right in time for Labor Day, but it won't be around that long. So if there's one thing you click on, I recommend checking that out in the live stream. Does it come in medium and firm? That is a really good question. It's important. I should probably start here. Every bed that we're going to look at today has your Sleep Number setting. What that means is adjustable firmness on both sides of the bed. So everyone in bed can have their comfort level. You can adjust that number to be more soft, medium, firm, with all sorts of variations in between, and you can play around with it to find what's right for you. So unlike some other mattresses where you shop, you're going to see, different firmness, but with a smart bed like the ones from Sleep Number, the tech's all inside. The firmness and adjusting happens inside. So say you even have someone coming to stay at your house and their, preferences are a little bit different, they can actually change the setting as well. And you're going to be able to do that with, your Sleep Number app on your phone, tablet, remote, whatever it is. So it's important to note that that's why we're not looking at different firmness levels, because every Sleep Number smart bed has adjustable firmness through your Sleep Number setting. Great question though. What up, Detroit? Love that. Need something for lower back pain. I think I have something that'll help with that a little bit later on. Cool. All right, so that's it on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Again, up to 50% off with the FlexFit bundle through Labor Day deals September 8th. This is pretty high on my list, knowing that I'm moving pretty soon. I just gotta, make sure not to let that deal expire, and I recommend you do the same. But if I did, and maybe I have a bed, I'm looking for a different upgrade to do, that's when I might come shop these pillows. Now, very important question. When was the last time you replaced your pillows? If you don't know the answer, it's probably been too long and you probably should consider an upgrade. It's really important to refresh your pillows. It's where you're sleeping on every night. It's just, it's part of hygiene. It's part of having that quality sleep experience. They do tend to kind of deteriorate over time. Again, this is something you're sleeping on every night, but it's never been easier to upgrade your whole pillow setup thanks to the buy one, get one 50% off deal happening at Sleep Number right now. That's for every single pillow that we'll see here in the store. Now, there are a lot of options. You could be looking at this wall and be like, how do I even know which pillow is right for me? I do recommend if you are a bit picky with your pillows, and that's funny when picky with your pillows, I love that, you're going to want to come in maybe and check these out. But if you're online shopping, you're like, I know I want something nice, want that balance, maybe you want something that has that hotel feel to it. Let me tell you, Plush Comfort Classic. You guys, I am such a stan of this pillow. I love it for so many different reasons. This one I have a couple of, but this is actually my favorite one right here, the Plush Comfort Curved. This is great for side sleepers. Let me see our side sleepers in the chat. Think about it, like your shoulder is here, you rest your head. It's more ergonomic. We're gonna refresh our pillows, but just to go a step up, by the way, this is the Plush Comfort Curved. We also have, with that same curve style, the Plush Comfort Ultimate. This is like my little party trick. When I have this pillow at home and I have maybe guests or I'm lending someone a pillow, like, you can customize your pillow. They're like, What do you mean, Kate? What do you mean you can customize a pillow? No. Surprise. Unzip it. There are actually 3 different pillow layers inside of here that you can take out, put back in based on your preference. So if someone's sleeping, they're like, maybe it's too fluffy. Easy, customizable pillow. Genius. I know. Oh, yes, for my side sleepers. I love the side sleeper representation. Do I have any like back and stomach sleepers? Oh, back sleeper, yeah. Also one. Also a good one. Where are like my full-on sprawlers at too, right? I know you guys are in here. Yeah, what if we sort of sprawl all over? There you go. I know some people who sleep that way don't even like a pillow, but it is really good to have your neck kind of raised. For that, I would say you probably want to go with just the Plush Comfort Classic. This is something where it's good for both stomach and back sleeping, I should say. So as you toss and turn, if you kind of adjust a lot during at night, this is where I would go. But of course, something like, the Plush Comfort Ultimate with those adjustable layers, you might find having something with just that one layer inside is perfect. What are the 2 pillows on the bottom? Are we looking down here? This is the AirFit. Great question. AirFit pillows. There's also a contour version. These are, imagine if you have, I'm trying to explain the feel of something through a camera, so bear with me. Imagine memory foam, but the memory foam was like inflated. That's what this is. It almost feels like there's, a pool floaty inside, but not in like a plasticky way. It's layered with cushion and contour, and that's going to give you a lot of support. So if you're someone who needs a nice firm pillow, that's when you might want to look at the AirFit. The AirFit Contour, also really nice. This one has an indent here on the side, so that can be good for your neck. This could also be good if you're someone who maybe needs a pillow for between your legs. That's just for your comfort. That Contour could be like quite nice in that way. Great question though. Any other pillows anyone wants to look at? Bottom left. Yeah, that's these, right? The AirFit. Response Fit. We have True Temp Plush Classic. This is great for temperature control. Very nice. Cool. Well, I love talking about pillows. I could do it all day, but we don't have time for that because we have a lot more smart beds to look through. Our moderators will help you out in the chat, and maybe if we have some time, we can come back. But I was talking about my Plush Comfort curved pillow, how much I love that. I actually spotted it over here on display on a smart bed, and I think I might just, no, I'm kidding. Not really. We can always look at that later. Right, so I have my Plush Comfort pillow here on the Sleep Number C2 smart bed. If you've been on our live streams before, you definitely should remember this bed. Not only is it set up to look like a Pinterest board, but it is going to be the best entry-level point for jumping in on your smart bed experience. Maybe you're buying a bed for the first time. Maybe you don't even know what a smart bed is. You want something with like a little bit of tech to it. That's where something like the C2 is going to be a great choice. So the C2 for Labor Day sales at Sleep Number, you're going to save 10% on all sizes. This is the C2 version. There's also a C1, goes up a little bit, some slight differences, but this is probably your most value conscious choice, but you still are going to get features that are core to a Sleep Number smart bed experience. The 2 most important one of those, I would say, is the Sleep Number setting, which we talked about over at the limited edition smart bed. So adjustable firmness on both sides of the bed. So if you like something a bit softer, your partner likes something a bit more firm, you can both be comfortable. Better yet, both of you can also track your sleep scores with the Sleep Number app, with your Sleep Number IQ score. That's your sleep score. I highly recommend that if you don't do some form of sleep tracking, that you start, because if you're struggling with your sleep, maybe not waking up feeling as rested as you would like, there could be something that a fitness tracker or a bed could tell you about why you're not sleeping so great. I know I like to be really competitive with my family too, like who had the best sleep score last night. It's kind of a flex to say I got the best sleep, but sometimes I don't want to sleep with like a physical fitness tracker or something, tracking me. My bed can just do it for me. You don't have to think about it. That's what's really great about having a Sleep Number smart bed. And again, that's available in the C2, the entry level option. It's really great. Any questions about our C2 bed? Yes, the C2. C2, it's really popular. I mean, I think people, when they hear the term smart bed, it could be really intimidating. Like, do I have the budget for a smart bed? And then when you go and look at Sleep Number and understand that they actually have options for every budget, it's awesome to see. That's why I really love coming in here. I always give some time to the C2, always check it out. It's on my list for sure. But there are also some other really great beds here on my list that I can't wait to tell you about, which we can move on to right now. There is actually something really exciting around the corner here. There's a bed that we have not shown on a Tom's Guide Sleep Number live stream before, so we have something new. I wanted to make it special for you guys and also special for me because, you know, I'm shopping for a bed for myself. This one really caught my eye. This is the Sleep Number P5 Smart Bed, and instantly I feel more cooling support, pressure relief than I was feeling on the C2. We're going to be kind of doing a step up story here, if you will. We're starting with the C2. Step up from that would be the P line of Sleep Number smart beds. And here we're looking at the P5. The P5 also has a bigger discount going on, and it was 10% over at the C2. You're going to see 20% off of the P5 smart bed if you check out that link here in the live stream. Here's where you're going to start to see more cooling power, double the ceramic layers. It also has even more plush layers. So for my people in the chat complaining about their lower back pain, this is where your Sleep Number story should probably begin. There are going to be more options higher up the chain that are also great, but if that's something that's a concern, this is the first bed I would look at. You could always build up from there, but this has that extra support, more options based on your sleeping styles. And, you know, I know too, my lower back, I'm getting up there in age. My time at the desk isn't getting any less. I would love some vacation, but here I am, right? This is my vacation here at the Sleep Number live stream store. But this is something I'd be curious to see, kind of curious long term, right? Like, I want to know if over time my sleep and soreness things would improve. And what's great is that with my Sleep Number setting, I can adjust those over time. Like, hey, that's great, but you know, this setting was working for me for a long time, but I'm starting to get those aches again. I can change it and adapt. So great question about looking for beds that help with, you know, certain aches and discomforts you might be having. That's true. The P5 layers feature 2 times more ceramic gel to release heat. Who sleeps with someone who is just so hot and runs so warm and it's just like suffocating? Please let me see some support there, because I really hope I'm not the only one. So this bed is on my list. There's a couple more we have to check out, but while we're over here, the bed sheets caught my eye. Even if I weren't shopping for a new bed, I am almost always shopping for fresh bed sheets. For me, it's like the ultimate treat yourself. I want to upgrade my sleep experience, feel something that is like hotel, luxurious, but, you know, not the cost of a whole bed. So that's why it was really important for me to show you some of my favorite bed sheet options here at Sleep Number. I really love the Essential Fit. This is kind of a great place to start. These are cotton sheets, ultra breathable. My personal favorite, I have a few of these, are the Lyocell Ultra Sheet Sets. I happen to love these colors. I feel like they're just a bit off from neutrals, so you can have some fun. I like to change them out with the time of year, with just how I'm feeling. We also have the True Temp Sheet Set. These are great for people, again, who sleep hot. I'm starting to see some representation for that in the chat. All of these sheets are buy one, get one 50% off as part of Sleep Number's Labor Day deals. That is such a great score. And what's important about that is the holidays are sneaking up on us, guys. I feel like we were just here talking about Memorial Day sales. Now it's Labor Day. It's going to be the holidays. Why not start to get some shopping and kind of gifts stored up so that when it comes down to it, you need a gift? I would be really happy to get one of these sheet sets. I don't know about you. And if I'm talking about getting a new place, I'm going to have guests come over. I want, when they get into the bed, to be like, I'm so glad I didn't stay at a hotel. I'm never going to stay at a hotel when I come to visit Kate, because her bed just feels awesome. Lyocell Ultra Sheet Set. That's how I'm going to do it. All of my friends and family watching, just know that if you're coming to stay at my new place, which I hope you do, bring wine if you do, this is going to be where you are sleeping. So you're getting a little preview of that. All of these sheets, again, buy one, get one 50% off. Such a great deal that is hardly around. So this would be the time to do the upgrade. Do we have any questions here about our BOGO 50% sheets and pillows? Sucker for a BOGO deal. Same. It's like, it's buy one, get one 50 off, but like really it's buy one, get one free, right? Like girl math. We have a hot sleeper here. Oh, that's okay. I still love you. Well, if we have a hot sleeper, but you need some ways to cool down, I actually have something I'll show you if you just follow me this way through the store. How's everyone feeling so far? Let me get a temp check. Get it? Let me get a temp check on how we're liking the live stream. Make sure that you're still asking your questions and comments and checking out those links that are appearing up on your screen. Let's check out over here. We want something that's even more temperature controlling. Again, we're stepping up. We were at the P5, now we're at the P6. It has even more layers built in for the comfort, for cooling, for support, all the things that matter. This mattress is a bit bigger, which is nice too. You're gonna save 20% off the P6, same thing with the P5. Kind of similar, I know, but it's nice that we have both here in store to check out. I personally can feel it. I also feel a bit of difference in materials. This feels a little bit more premium. Not to say that wasn't great, but it's just all about a step up, right? Like it gets better and better every point you go up. Again, I'm thinking like I already feel some cooling to this. I know that my partner is a total furnace, so I need something that's gonna keep our bed cool. And you're gonna get that with the P6. But if that's not enough, and I'm honestly starting to think that it might not be enough, given the severity of my situation, I'm gonna come look over here at the second half of the P6. Why is the P6 split in half? It's kind of like one of those magic shows, you know, where they saw the woman, but no, it's not like that at all. It is because it's hiding our Sleep Number dual temp layer. This dual temp layer is not a smart bed. It is an addition to a bed that you have, whether it is a smart bed, a Sleep Number smart bed, or another bed you might own. And this is a way to really take control over your temperature quality at night. This, when you sleep on top of this, but not directly, you're gonna wanna put, a sheet over this. You add your comforter, quilt, duvet on top, get cozied up inside. You're essentially creating a little microclimate inside of your bedroom that can be temperature regulated to be warmer or cooler depending on your sleep needs. You can even set a temp schedule if when you go to bed at night you want it to be cooler, but you know that when you wake up in the morning you're chilly, you want to be warm, things like that. The best part about this is I care so deeply about my home not looking super techy, you know what I mean? I love my tech and my gadgets, so something like this is right up my alley. I don't need to tell you that, but I don't necessarily want it to be invasive and so obvious that everything's hooked up to cords, right? With the Sleep Number dual temp layer, it's going to tuck the actual unit powering everything beneath your base, so that way it's not in the way. You could very easily cover it. I would probably get a duvet that like spills all the way over the sides anyway. I love that, hotel quality look. But I've seen similar versions of these, let's call them bed ACs. I think that's pretty much what they are, that have these big units that go off to the side, and maybe you have to get like a whole nightstand to kind of tuck it away if you even do that. So that's why I really love the dual temp layer. You have two options here with the dual temp layer. You can either get 20% off your dual temp layer, or you can do buy one, get one 50% off for two, because again, this one is just for half the bed, but if you are sharing a bed with someone, they're gonna be super jealous of your dual temp layer and also want one, if not steal yours from you. So that's why shopping during Labor Day deals, again, those are through September 8th, you're gonna be able to buy one, get one 50% off the Sleep Number dual temp layer. I know this is interesting. There's not like a lot of things like this on the market. So if you have questions about it, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be happy to answer them. The hidden tech is a great feature. I'm all about aesthetics too. Yeah, see, I think it's important, especially when you're in bed, not to be thinking of like screens and things that connect you to technology. You want to relax, let everything kind of chill. And I love how this is out of the way. I don't have to think about it. And I don't know if you guys can hear, like I'm talking out loud. I don't have a microphone on. It makes virtually no noise, which is great. Usually when you have like an AC unit, it's pretty loud. So if that's something you were concerned about, don't need to be. Setting up to a schedule is incredible. I know you can also do that with the Sleep Number beds. A lot of the Sleep Number smart beds have automatic adjustment as well. So if you're tossing and turning at night, it knows that and it will actually adjust the firmness if you set it to be that way as you move. It's an optional setting to use, but I find that great. It's almost like your bed is responding to you. You don't have to be proactive or think about it. Sucker. Someone sleeps hot, someone sleeps cool. Again, a great option. Tech. Make sure you ask more questions about the dual temp layer because I'm very passionate about it. If you couldn't tell, this is something that's been on my wish list forever, but I personally am going the route of getting a bed with great cooling tech built in. But if I were maybe, getting donated a bed or bringing an old bed with me to my new place, I would absolutely have the dual temp layer really high on my list. This is also in that category of like early holiday gifts. I'm sorry to keep bringing that up, but like, you guys, it really will be here before you know it. And with these deals, even better. We'd love to see the dual temp layer. It's linked there up on the screen. I can see it right here. That way, you want to check it out. Check out the buy one, get one 50% off deal. That's where you check that out. I moved up over here to another bed. I don't know if we've shown this on a live stream before, chat. If you've been here before, let me know. I really don't think we have, but I come check this out every time I'm in the store. It is the Sleep Number i8 smart bed. So we went from C, we went to P, now we're at I. This is where you're going to see a lot of the Sleep Number tech we've talked about supercharged into a really high quality smart bed. We have a 12-inch bed right here that has all of those layers of cooling, support, and pressure relief that I keep talking about, the things that are really important to being comfortable in bed at night. I'm actually just going to make myself kind of comfortable here. Oh, look at that. This is the first bed we're looking at that has the split top mattress. I know it looks kind of weird seeing you without bed sheets on, but Sleep Number actually makes bed sheets specifically for a split top bed. And I mentioned it over at the limited edition bed, but what's great about this is the adjustability and how you can have it on both sides. I want to be up reading my book, right? I can have that support. Partner wants to go to bed, wants to be more flat, that's fine. Another great use for the adjustable headrest with this split base mattress is if you're someone who's prone to snoring, having a little bit of elevation can actually really help with that. So if you've tried a lot of things for snoring, maybe try that next, right? Can you feel the split when laying down? No. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a nice bed sheet over here. And if you're on your side of the bed, no, you really don't feel it. You see, there's kind of this curved part here. So it doesn't just go straight in between. It contours down and up to kind of take away any sort of harsh fall off that might be the case. But if your bedding is on, you also really won't see it if you have your pillows and stuff made up. You would leave your bed like this with nothing on it, guys. Remember that. So again, I know it looks kind of funny like this. The slip top bed seems super innovative. That's amazing. My husband snores so much. Okay, putting him on blast. And will it detect his snoring and automatically move him up when he snores? I'm going to have our moderators double check that. When I was talking about the automatic adjustment, it was in relation to your Sleep Number firmness setting. Do you set the Sleep Number manually? Right. So in your Sleep Number app that you can have on your phone or your tablet, you'll be able to adjust the Sleep Number setting as much as you want. It can go all the way down from, ultra soft to really, really firm, whichever you like. I highly recommend trying out the whole spectrum available just to see what works for you. And you can track your sleep setting over time and your sleep IQ score. You'll even get a recommendation. Hey, you're not sleeping so great and you're tossing and turning a lot. Maybe we should, adjust it for you. Maybe you should change your Sleep Number setting. So you can set it manually, but there is also an option to have it adjust automatically if you want. Some people don't want their bed changing up on them in the middle of the night. I don't blame you, but imagine if your bed would detect that, hey, you're tossing and turning. You could be pretty close to waking up right now. Changing the firmness of the bed could help adjust to how you've moved to try and kind of keep you asleep. How great is that? Now, the i8 smart bed, if the limited edition bed wasn't available right now, this is probably where I would have my sights set on, as I'm looking for a really high quality smart bed upgrade for my new place I'm going to be moving into. This has always caught my eye just for the amount of features that come baked in. Making a bed is a big purchase. I get that. I know it's not like buying a pillow or a sheet set, but it's also something that's going to last you many, many years. I'm kind of the buy once, cry once mentality. So you guys, if you've seen my other videos, you know, I love that phrase right now. It's really important to get something that's going to meet your needs. So if you've tried a lot of other things before, if you've tried, you know, cooling solutions, firmness solutions, and nothing's really getting you there, come into a store, try out the i8. Make sure you check it out on the link here. You're getting 25% off during Sleep Number's Labor Day sales. That is one of the bigger smart bed sales that we're seeing here. Remember, we had 10% on the C2, 20% on the P5 and P6, and then our best deal here, 25% off on the i8. Great option here. And there's something digging into my back. Should probably show you. Check this out. This bed is displayed with some additional modifications that you can make to your Sleep Number bed. So you're not just buying a bed, you're not just buying a split top bed, you're not just buying an adjustable base. You are setting up the sleep destination of your dreams. Get it? There are a couple of different modifications you can make to your bed, such as this, let's call it furniture, if you will, but really they're things you can have as part of a base you get at Sleep Number that are meant to kind of just help you if you need. So if you need to have, you know, you're in bed, you need access to food, drinks, you're working from bed, things like that, this tray is great for that. And you can take it off if you need. It also has some storage built in, but probably even more important, you guys will beat me to it over here, there's a handlebar option. This is a great accessibility. So like even getting into bed, you need a little bit of help and support. I would say more importantly, getting out of bed. It's not like you're pushing into the mattress. You need that extra little help. And again, we have some storage. This bed displayed here also has the bed frame that has built-in lighting with a little remote right here. Very cool. That's just to say that, you know, it starts with a smart bed, but you can build up your sleep experience to have all sorts of modifications that really suit you, and you can do it all in one destination with Sleep Number. Oh, people are loving the handlebar. I get it too. I can totally see that being a great option, and having that there instead of having to, you know, go out and buy your bed and then shop third party to try and figure out what's right, and you're not sure if it's going to work for your bed. We don't want to deal with that. This is all here built in. So that's about it on the i8. Once we're done with this live stream, I will be coming back here and pricing out an option for my apartment. But there's one more thing I could show you. If there's anything else you want to see, I can go back. But there's definitely one more smart bed on our hit list today. And we've seen a lot of beds here, but there is no bed you've seen like the Climate 360 smart bed from Sleep Number. Why is there all this like red and blue branding on it? Any guesses? And people who have seen me talk about this before, don't cheat. I'll give you a second to take a guess. Oh no, don't show them. No, just kidding. All right, you probably can take a guess that it is having to do with your temperature. Red, warm, blue, cool. Love that. This is the Climate 360 smart bed. And different from the beds we've looked at so far, it actually has that physical temperature adjustment that we saw in the dual temp layer. Remember that? Built in to the bed. It can go up to 30 degrees cooler or warmer on both sides of the bed. So if you like to sleep really cold, your partner likes to sleep really hot, which is weird, I'm sorry. That is what you can do though. You have those options. This bed is also going to automatically get you into that flex fit base. We have another split top mattress right here. That's going to be, split top smart bed. That's because it's going to have the adjustable headrest, but also an adjustable footrest. You can go 0 gravity with this thing. How great is that? Hot and cold, heating, cooling, you guys got that. This is, probably for a lot of us, not the smart bed we're going to get first. It's probably not going to be the smart bed you get second. But as you go through your smart bed journey, if you're already in the Sleep Number family and you're ready to make your next investment, this is what you're going to look at. Temperature control can be a huge difference to staying asleep at night. If you realize that you're getting warmer, I know, smart home tech is really cool these days, right? Because if the room is hotter or cooler than it should be based on your preferences, and maybe someone stirring at night, maybe your thermostat can make that change. But if you don't have that option, what if your bed could actually make that change for you and make sure that you're staying as warm or as cool as you like and need to be to get a good night of sleep? Any more questions about our Climate 360 smart bed? This is the type of bed where, like, when I have my big house one day, this is going to be my bed. No one else can touch it or go into it. Not my guests. Sorry, guys. You guys can have the nice sheets. You can have another Sleep Number bed, but this one's all Kate's, I'm telling you. How important is the 0 gravity for recovery while sleeping? I am not a recovery expert or scientist, but I can just speak from anecdotally. The 0 gravity, when I've had a heavy workout day or I've gone on a really long walk, sometimes I feel like my legs are just lead, right? And I feel maybe some inflammation. I have tendonitis that kind of flares up in my knees sometimes. Sometimes I'll take pillows like the AirFit Contour one I showed you and slide them underneath my legs just to get some of that in. If I had a bed with the 0 gravity setting, or just more importantly, the elevated footrest, I feel like it could really help that. I would obviously, consult with your doctors or therapists if you have some outstanding, physical needs, but that's just speaking from my experience. I love having a little bit of like an elevated foot and leg situation. That's a great answer too. Okay. You guys can drop any more questions you have about the Climate 360 smart bed in the chat. I'd be happy to answer them. But I did see a question about any sleep masks, and I think there actually are a couple in the store that I can show you if you follow me this way. Sleep Number has a partnership with Therabody. This is a vibrational sleep mask if that's something you need for stress. But there's one actually back over here by the sheet set that I really like. I actually have this one at home. It's the TrueTemp weighted eye mask. $40 from Sleep Number. Do you like that, weighted blanket trend, and even like having weighted blanket stuffies, things like that? That type of pressure can be really, really big. And we'll say a quick hi to my sheet sets again. You guys, look, this pink, can we throw our sheet sets back up on the screen right here just to show people one more time about how great these deals are? Look at that. Love our moderators out there. Thank you guys for helping us out during this live stream. I don't know. Yeah, the pink. I'm all about the pink right now. That's great. Any tech to help with blanket hugging partners? Okay, I can't speak to any tech specifically to help with that, but the other way around, if your partner is comfortably temperature regulated at night, maybe they wouldn't be stealing the bed. I also suggest looking into the Scandinavian sleep method. I happen to be a fan of it. Our editors have tested it and written tons of articles about it. If you go to tomsguide.com, check out our sleep category. That's where you're going to see tons of expert advice for things in that exact situation and any other kind of weird sleeping quirks you're dealing with to get better. And let me show you one more thing at the store. This is really cool. I always love checking this out. We talked about a lot of different smart beds today, right? Like I can't even, 5, 6, I totally lost count. Counting's not my specialty. But it makes it so easy here in the store. You can kind of see the difference. Even if you were a little confused, what's the difference besides price? You can actually see the difference here in the technology and quality. So here we were with the C2, If you go up to a C4, also a great value, you get a little bit more of all of these things, more cooling, more support, more pressure relief. You can actually see the added layers. And as we go up, the little cubes here get taller because they actually have more of all of that technology that is so Sleep Number centric. So we have the P5 and the P6. Down here we have the I8, the one I'm really have my eye on. Get it? I8, I have my eye on it. I8 with that. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Anyway, we have the Climate 360 over here as well. Those are some of the visual differences that you can see, and I explained that they all have different kind of amounts and variations of all the tech inside. But no matter what, when you're getting a Sleep Number smart bed, there are 3 things you can always expect. Great quality of cooling, support, and pressure relief. Sorry if you are tired of hearing me say that for the last 45 minutes, guys, but it really is so true of the experience here. And you can always modify it. You could always have your Sleep Number setting adjusted to your firmness liking, and then you can always track your sleep score, your sleep IQ score in the Sleep Number app. But another thing that all of these beds have in common is that they are all on sale for Labor Day. There are varying sales, so make sure you pay close attention based on your needs and things we've gone through. Our moderators have done a really great job of taking you through today to help you build your sleep bed that you're looking for, and all of the deals are going to be linked here in the live stream. If you are watching this live, great, but just know that you can come back to this live stream with all of the links. We can go back, you can watch back any of our little stops on this tour today to see which of these beds might be right for you. I'm going to take a look to see if you guys have any last minute questions, but we're going to wrap up pretty soon. If you had to pick the best Labor Day deal from Sleep Number, what's your top pick? The best Labor Day deal from Sleep Number is the new limited edition smart bed. That is going to be your bed that's up to 50% off with the FlexFit bundle. That's the type of deal that really does not come around every day. And once Labor Day deals are done on September 8th, that bed won't even be here as an option anymore. So please keep that in mind. There is a little bit of urgency there. So go check out that link. Maybe give it a little click, bookmark, that way you can come back to it. Will you build your ultimate sleep program? Marry a bed with sheets and pillows. Okay, so if I'm shopping right now, I am doing the limited edition bed. I am getting 4 plush comfort pillows. I'm gonna do 2 that are curved and 2 that are just the standard one, so I have some options and flexibility. And then over at the sheets, I'm going for the Lyocell Ultra sheets. I think those are usually my favorite. I love that feel. It's kind of satiny, but not slippery in that way that you think it is. It just feels super like hotel quality, things that I really want to have in my new space. I would go maybe with a couple of different colors, and then to throw it back, I'd maybe style it like we saw over at the C2. I have so many different bedroom setups saved on Pinterest that I'm just going to have to parse together, but I know for a fact that I can find a Sleep Number bed that fits into that. This is probably the first time I will actually buy one. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. I think I will too. So make sure that you stay in touch with me everywhere at Kate Kozich, and we can talk about our bed journey. I hope I'll be able to post some content with whichever bed I end up choosing. And you also can check out tomsguide.com for more sleep-related content, smart bed content, mattress reviews, tips on how to get better sleep, all that good stuff. Plus, we're over at YouTube at Tom's Guide US. So make sure you check us out and stay in touch with us, guys. Just a reminder, you will be able to go back and watch this live stream for the next couple of weeks. If you do that at any point, just make sure that you check those links. Look back at the answers our moderators did. One more quick thank you to Sleep Number for working with us again on these live streams. They're really fun for me. I love answering your questions. I love checking out beds. And there are some stakes here this time, you guys. So it was an extra special visit here at the store today. I hope we'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your days, everyone. Happy sleeping, happy sales